Hi guys and welcome to Get Reviews and to this top 5 of upcoming Warhammer games. So I thought I'd give you my top 5 of the upcoming Warhammer games and we're going to discuss, of course. I have already covered individually almost all of these. So well, let's begin guys. So we are going to start from number 5, of course, to number 1. And I did, title this 2022-2023 because nothing is certain really. And yeah, especially one of the games is just up in the air. So yeah, just to be sure, it should at least be between this interval of the current and the next year. Okay, so starting with number 5, guys. We have, well, let's see what we have. We have this. We have this Blood Boil 3. Blood Bowl 3, which is one of the most, well, to me, as a gamer, one of the most uninteresting possible types of games ever created under the sun. So, yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. It's just not my thing. I understand that the closed beta is actually running from today, so whoever has the chance to try this in first person, please let me know. And yeah, what are your first impressions? Because despite me not, liking it, because just not my cup of tea, doesn't mean that I'm not excited for you guys to play something that is Warhammery, you know? So this is maybe understandable, sorry, Bulgarian came out, I don't know why. This is understandably at number 5, at least in my personal view. So, coming now with number 4, and I'm going to check your comments because this is a live top 5. Coming to number 4 now, we have whatever that is. Yes, it's chaosgate, Daemonhunters. So this is like strategy slash one of the other types of games that I don't usually play, but yet I kind of started playing this year a bit with the previous game of this kind that was not exactly from this kind, but was still it was RTS basically. Turn-based, yes, it was turn-based strategy. This is a bit different, and it's going to be like destructible environments. I mean, a bit more dynamic, guys. And I understand that the previous game was more than 20 years ago, so this looks promising, indeed. I mean, if I have the chance, I mean, I'm not like super close about it, this particular types of games, since I got my taste into that genre. It's not like I'm totally anti this, It looks interesting. I covered the trailers. Graphics looks really good. This is, I think, the first game that will have a Primarch, and that's gonna be Mortarion. I mean, who else? So, it's gonna be fascinating, especially if there's some kind of a canon to it, depending on how the story goes. So it is, it is like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but for sure I'm more interested in it than the Blood Bowl. So it is here at number 4. Hi to everybody in the chat once again. And okay, we are going now to number 3. And number 3 we have I'm gonna skip this a bit, guys, so we can see the gameplay. We have this game that is supposed to, it was supposed to come out like a year ago, but of course it was delayed. So, guys, this is actually the game that I'm really interested in, and that is, of course, Darktide. So, Darktide has a lot riding on it. I mean, it has the writer behind it, which Dan Edbert, sorry. I don't know why his name just decided to escape me. But yeah, the point is, this comes from the guys that also do Vermintide 2 and Vermintide in general. And I do love Vermintide, it's just that I have to call particular guys to play with. You guys know who you are, and I just don't have time. I just don't have time. But other than that, I'm happy about it. I mean, with it, what I got to play with it. What I got to play from it, especially the DLC that was free. And I had tons of fun. It's one of those games that I just have. Oh, here's here here he is down. Abnet, sorry. So yeah, first person shooters, I'm there. And Warhammer first person shooters, I'm double there. So definitely deserves its number 3, guys. Now let's continue to number 2. And of course, this is Warhammer, Total Warhammer, Total Warhammer 3. And my hopes and dreams for me to get into the Total War series, into the, real hardcore strategy games that have just amazing scope to them, and I'm more than impressed with all of the trailers so far, because they're showing us how the game is huge, super ambitious, with better gameplay mechanics. I mean, maybe veterans of the Warhammer series, if you guys played all the games, you can tell me what's the difference. I played 1, 2, just very brief periods of time, so I can't know still. I have to get into the game to see if this is more easier to comprehend and understand and all of those things. But that is one of the promises, at least, that I heard about it. Now this just came out. It is basically gameplay with Tarina herself against, what is that, Rasputin. So yeah, this gives us a fair idea of what is going on. And this is also, of course, the game that is going to come out like almost now. So if I get my hands on it, which I do hope so, I'm gonna stream this firsthand and finally get to learn it a bit. I'm curious myself which of the lords I'm gonna choose, because some of them are like fascinating. I mean, more fascinating than not, like the dragons, the queen here, which I was first introduced to. So I have no idea how I'm going to go about this, but I just want to learn. Okay, I'm really ambitious about this game. I mean, I'm really driven about this. I want to learn. I want to feel the the thrill of the battle. Although it's that third person game, there's something about these games that is just really compelling, and that I felt back when I played for the first time Rome Total War. So I just wanna get into that, So that is number 2. And can you guess what the heck is number 1? Can you? I'm pretty sure you can. So number 1, I'm gonna skip this, and for some reason, yes, I can skip it. So number 1, guys, is the most anticipated game, I think, in my personal opinion, and of course by observing you guys as well and myself. This is not Total War, this is totally this is totally the game that we all have been waiting for, and I can only imagine how people are feeling which have played the first one 10 years ago, because I haven't. I've played it like last year for the first time, so for me it's not that long. But Space Marine 2. Freaking Space Marine 2. And why is this number 1? Well, because it's the only game that kinda looks, not kinda, but it does look AAA. It looks like Gears of War met Warhammer. I mean, it's Warhammer 40k obviously, but it looks with the next gen graphics. I mean, it's amazing in every kind of a way. The gameplay is third person, is everything that I could want. I assume. I mean, by what we have, what we had in the last game, which I completed, which I'm very happy about. And I streamed the whole game here, so I made a full walkthrough of it last year. And I plan to do the same for this. So all my hopes and dreams, as a Warhammer fan, as a gaming fan, that my favorite genre is third person and third person shooters as well. And being Warhammer, I mean, I just can't. And the graphics are, yeah. So it's a dream game. The beta is supposed to come out this year, as far as I understand. And I cannot wait to see when that is. But if the game I mean, if the beta is really coming this year, that gives me great hope that it's going to be indeed 2022 and not 2023. Probably at the end of the year, who knows? They didn't give us any date, so that suggests that the game is more far than not, because they are not ready to commit to a date. But still, this has been in the secret development for quite a while, and here we have the gameplay, which it does look like the first game, but of course much improved. And yeah, and this sign up was just for the oh, sorry guys, sorry about sleepy me, for the site service, basically for that developer something. So that was my top 5, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to address, of course, the chat, but for those of you that are watching this recorded, this was the top 5. There's not a lot of Warhammer games coming, at least not to our knowledge. There are some mobile games that I'm just not interested in. I don't play on my phone. I don't have time. I mean, I would play on my PC if I could, so I barely have time for that, let alone on my phone. So those are the games that at least caught my eye. Now, going to your comments, first, huge thank you to Dear Clyton, one of my Primarchs, my moderator, that just, yeah, I mean, every time this happens, I'm just humbled. So thank you so much for the super chat, Dear Clyton. This will help a lot, actually, a lot to my channel this month. So thank you very much, Dear Clyton. Ha, Dark, welcome. Exilios, I'm glad that you're here. And Dear Clyton, thank you for the feedback on the stream. DRL, never played Blood Bowl, but people love it. Really? Okay. Yeah, it's just not me. Originally in the 90s. Wow, I didn't know what games were. Gilliman was in one of the Battlefield Gothic games. He was, oh, I think somebody did tell me that before. And Grip, hi to you too. So, you haven't seen the Dawn of War modes they have at Primarchs. Really, but I am not counting modes, DLC, such things, so that is why. But only official things, guys. I understand modes, okay, but only official things for such a chart, and not DLCs and not add-ons and not all of those things. So officially. And hi dear Ivy, to you too. Released the Catherine Let's Play today. Loving the Kislev look. Yes, that is what I showed. Kislev looks amazing. Smell hamstring problem but doing good. Ah, well, I hope you get better. I was never a fan of TW. You mean, what is TW actually? Was more into the RTS games. Total War, okay. But this new Warhammer game is looking to be very unique indeed. It is huge. I mean, with every lord you can get totally different experience, so that to me is fascinating. I mean, the replayability of this, I mean, no wonder that people are playing Total War Warhammer for years and years, and they just keep updating it and, sustaining the game. It's amazing. If all the rumors are true, lots of potential and variety, which wasn't possible prior. Yeah, I think so. And the graphics are really good, especially for such game. I mean, if you remember Total War game, the Total War Warhammer games, Rome, the one that I played, that was one of the biggest games you ever seen, and the faces of the armies were like, well, basically like a cardboard cut out from a kid's picture. One of the most hilarious but also horrible things that I ever seen, and the developers then were like, oh, we plan to polish this game, it's gonna be awesome, just wait and see. And then you see Angry Joe's review of the game, and he collected so many clips from other people, and of course shouted them out for that, in which you can see how boats get like through sands, through land, and the soldiers up close are like it was amazing. Okay, not in a good way. Okay, continuing guys, hold on, because when I get to the comments, I get carried away. Okay, Okay, catching up. I think Warhammer 3 is Total War is out February 17. Yes, I think so too. Age of Sigmar next year. Well, the previous Age of Sigmar game, I didn't heard very good things about it. I watched a few reviews. It was not very good. Hopefully they fixed that. Lord, well, you just, yeah, the chart is over, but you can go back and see it. GW interim report does not mention Space Marine 2 in 2022. Yes, but still, if you have the beta now, who knows? Hi, Chris. And thank you again, dear Clayton. Thank you again for that. Okay, caught up to the comments. Andre, hi to you, Andre. Hello, everybody. I have a question. Is that image in the thumbnail a third-person shooter Warhammer game? Okay, which one? I mean, the thumbnail, I put the following games. I don't want to spoil the chart, but it's not like there's a lot of games. But in the thumbnail, I put the following games. On the top is Space Marine 2, which is a third-person shooter game. Right next to it is chaosgate. When you see that amazing, Jesus Christ. I don't know how this is happening, but it escaped me. The freaking name escaped me of the knights, the Grey Knights. Here it is, okay. So next to that is Grey Knights. That is not third-person game. Then Darktide under Space Marine. That is a first-person game. That's the first-person game shooter, also online. And next to it, of course, is Total War Warhammer 3, which is a strategy game. So yeah, to answer that question. I thought, oh, Warhammer games are strategy games. I apologize for my ignorance about this franchise. Oh, well, Warhammer is huge, and yeah, I don't blame you. That's the thing. The outside impression, I do get it. You know, I do get it, Andre, because there's a few and far between how many games are Space Marine. Well, Space Marine. So basically, games that have a story and they're like third person AAA kinds of games. That is Space Marine 2, and yeah, and then of course we have from Warhammer fans we have Vermintide, which has lore but is not a game with a story mode or something like that. There's missions that you can play, with yourself. By yourself, but it's intended to be more like a co-op game. And yeah, it's third person. No, actually, it's only first person. Why do I think that I can change my mode from first to third? Oh, that's because I see other players playing in third. Yes, it's first person game. And Darktide is supposed to be, first person game with some story. So we'll see. These things are still coming out. Warhammer has so much potential, but the only things, games that we have are for the most part strategy games, the RTSs, and the Total Wars. So, normal for you to have such an impression. Which, to me at least, is a pity, We have to have more like Space Marine 2 and 1. Have to go just to let you know, the Flash Kids just put out a new 41st content night. Wow, really? They did? Okay. Thank you, Dark. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, let me check this. I gotta know. I gotta see that. If it's guys, it is there, and it's with the Black Templars. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen now, guys. I did plan one more video anyway, so it's gonna be this. I'm going to prepare for this. I'm gonna cover 40 First Contact, the new. Oh my god, it's gonna be so hilarious. Thank you, Dark. So my Flash gets, so prepare. Prepare, guys. We're going to laugh out loud on stream. Hopefully, it's gonna be shocking, absolutely shocking. Oh my gosh, I hope YouTube does not censor this. It's probably gonna be absolutely insane. Oh, I'm so excited for this. All the others were amazing. If you haven't watched my reactions to the previous ones, you gotta. It's just it's amazing. My jar's gonna drop. Oh my gosh. Also, where is the MVP goalie? Oh, he is sleeping actually. He's sleeping. Okay, guys, it's kind of late as it is, so going to prepare for that stream. Just cannot wait. It's 4 minutes, as I can see, and a half. So you know where to find me if you like to support me, guys. But thank you very much today for the amazing support that Clayton just gave me. It does make a difference in my life, believe me. So see you very soon, guys, and yeah, have an awesome week. Bye bye for now.